everybody, it's time for another sales update video. The purpose of these videos is to show you what the average person can do with a part-time eBay business, because most of you out there do eBay part-time, not full-time, and you want to know what's real. Like what really sold, what can you really do, what can you really find? So that's the purpose of these videos. First, I'll show you what sold, and then give you some numbers I track, and finally show you items I bought and listed during February. And here's an interesting discovery. When I was putting this video together, I noticed on YouTube the playlist for my sales updates goes all the way back to 2018. So this is the 5th year of making these, and it's just fun to look back at what sold in previous years and the consistency. Like, you guys are still watching the old ones, so that's good to know that y'all like these videos and you like seeing what sold from a real person who's really doing eBay every day. And these go back to 2018, so that was kind of a neat discovery. Okay, we're going to start with this Ritz-Carlton hat. I paid 50 cents for this. It sold for $19.97 full asking price. Profit was $17.46. And since moving to Greenville, I'm really getting into selling these kinds of hats because they're so cheap here. They're usually 50 cents or $1, and that's a game changer. When in Atlanta, full price for hats at most thrift stores was $3 to $4. So I didn't really even look at them. But with over $17 profit per hat purchased at 50 cents, I reconsidered this product, and I have a whole tub full of them now. And they're just fun. They're so easy. You don't have to measure them. They're easy to photograph and very easy to ship. So you will see more of these appearing on my sales update videos. This is a Tail brand tennis top, pullover, long sleeve, size 2 extra large. I paid $4.75 for this, took an offer of $25 within a week. Profit was $17.69. This is a J. Jill linen top, very basic, very plain. I call this a wardrobe staple because you can wear it with many different outfits, and it's just one of those pieces that is really versatile. I paid $4.75 for this, took an offer of $25. Profit was $17.72. Here is a Calvin Klein swimsuit. I thought this was very interesting with the accordion style front, the flattering square neckline, and just a pretty metallic bronze color. I paid $3.75 for this, took an offer of $25. Profit was $18.69. Here is a Land's End swim shirt. I paid $6.61 for this. Sold it for $32.97 full asking price. Profit was $20.38. Here's a Wacol bra, size 36 double D, just a pretty blue and black cheetah pattern. I paid $2 for this, took an offer of $25. Profit was $20.86. Here is a Maxine of Hollywood swimsuit. This is one of those sleeper brands, meaning they don't look real valuable, but they're made well and they're durable and they last a long time, and they come in larger sizes. So I usually pick these up when I see them. This one is a size 14. I paid $4.27, took an offer of $30. Profit was $22.55. Ellen Tracy 100% linen top. I paid $3.22, took an offer of $30. Profit was $22.92. This is a Miracle Suit brand tankini top. I paid $2.22 for this, took an offer of $30. Profit was $23.92. This is a Carter's little soft doll baby. I just think these are so cute, and these do sell well. This was 9 inches long. And what's interesting about these little dollies is the faces and the hair color are different. So I think parents buy them to match their child. So it might have blue eyes and brown hair, or this one has brown eyes and a little blonde hair sticking out under the cap there. But I have several of these, and the eye and hair color combinations are different. So that's an interesting feature to pay attention to. I paid $1.45 for this. It sold for full asking price of $28.97. Profit was $24.33. Here's a pair of Merrill Antora slip-on sneakers. These were just funky looking, and they had just been put out at Goodwill. I paid $4.50, took an offer of $35. Profit was $24.61. This is a Lands of Salzburg nightgown, the classic pattern long flannel nightgown. I have been selling these on eBay since I started. These never go out of style. They're durable, and people just love them. I paid $3.25 for this, sold for $35. Profit was $25.86. This is another sweet little dolly, a baby Gund 5-inch. I paid 50 cents. It sold for $29.97, full asking price, in about a week or so. Profit was $26.16. Here is a Blankets and Beyond Bunny Rabbit Lovey. I paid $1.06 for this. It sold for $30. Profit was $26.21. Here's another vintage dolly. Amtoy is the brand. I'd never heard of that, but from the label it looked old and had the date of 1986 on it. I paid 50 cents for this, and it sold for $30. Profit was $26.32. And here is the feedback I received. Thank you so much. My wife had one for 30 years before she forgot it at the airport. Thank you so much. Blue is a hard one to find. So apparently this person had an alert set up, maybe, or maybe they just randomly go on eBay and check for this item because they have been looking for one. But after reading this feedback, I'm thinking at least a 30-year-old woman, she would have to be at least 30 years old if she had the item that long, who is still carrying this doll around in the airport. Which begs the question, how many millions of other adults are doing this? When I get feedback like this on plush, it's usually something nostalgic, like we lost the original one, or I had this growing up and don't know what happened to it. So this is your push to get your plush and stuffed animals and dolls listed, because you don't know how many people are out there just waiting for that item to pop up on eBay so they can buy it. Here is a Ming Wang open front jacket. I paid $5 for this. It sold for $48.97. Profit was $36.95. This is a pair of women's University of Georgia Bulldog pajamas. I paid $4.76 for these. They sold for full price of $49.97. Profit was $38.57, and I got a lot of low offers on these, but just waited. And interestingly enough, I bought these in December 2021, just before Georgia won the first national championship. But it took over a year and two national championships for this to sell. So I held out and was happy with that price. This is a pair of Brighton sunglasses with the case. I paid $17.50 for these on a Facebook buy and sell group. Sold them for $65. Profit was $38.97. Okay, this is a Callanan, not Callahan, but Callanan hat. Straw, crochet, very well made. Had never heard of this brand. I paid $3.75 for this. It sold for full asking price of $49.97. Profit was $39.48. And this is a foldable hat, so it was very easy to just fold it down and ship it in like a 9x6 poly mailer. That's how a lot of these hats are designed, so they can fold up and go in your beach bag, your backpack, easy to travel with. And here's some interesting feedback from the buyer. She said, the hat arrived and it's exactly my beloved old hat that Callanan no longer makes. I am thrilled. It is in perfect condition. Thanks. So that ended well. And finally, this is a Doreen Virtue Angel Numbers book. I'd had this for years. It was printed in 2008. And for reasons I won't go into, these books by Doreen Virtue are now very hot on eBay and they're selling for a lot of money. So this sold for full price of $49.97. Profit was $44.78. And this is just one of those things I had laying around my house, and I do reevaluate things in my home from time to time, like, is this worth anything now? Or I'm not using this, so go ahead and sell it. But yeah, this is just something I had, and then I heard about the Doreen Virtue situation and put this up and sold it for $50. Okay, the numbers. I sold 46 items in February compared to 37 items in January. I have 516 items in my store, which is up from 470 in January. So I have been working hard behind the scenes, listing. The inventory cost for the items shown was $175.11, which is down from the inventory cost in January, which was $212.64. So $37 less in inventory cost in February. And this is another number I'm watching since moving to Greenville. Most everything is significantly cheaper. So I love that my inventory costs are decreasing because that is a way to increase profit. Make your money when you buy rather than hoping to make it when you sell. So if that's not something you're looking at, your inventory cost, as business owners, even though you're part-time, it's a good idea to evaluate what you're doing a few times a year and think about how you can do it more efficiently, cheaper, leverage what you've already done rather than just listing more items, which is never wrong. But if you analyze how you're running your business, you can find ways to make more money without really doing more work. Okay, profit per item. $18.10, which is down from January, which was $24.23. I didn't really have any big whopper sales, $100 items. So I think that is the reason that the average profit per item is down. But hey, there's always next month. Okay, and here are my numbers. This is what I track. I look at how many items I listed and relisted and the change from the previous month. So, considering that February has fewer days than all other months, I feel like I did pretty good. I refreshed, which means ended and restarted, 14 more listings than the previous month, and listed the same number of new items, meaning items that I purchased and had not listed before, not necessarily in new condition, but new to my store. So I did the same as the previous month, which had 31 days, so I feel like I stayed on top of it. Now, let me take a minute to explain sell similar versus relist when ending and restarting listings. And I'm sorry if this is a review for some of you, but I feel like a lot of you out there don't know this, and this information can help you make more sales. So, you may not know that it is a strategic move, but you have to do the steps for the best results. I sort my listings by oldest. The column header is starting date, and work from the oldest listings. Some sellers choose listings that are renewing on that particular day, but I feel that the oldest listings need the most attention because they've been there the longest. They've been passed over, they haven't been purchased. So I choose to work on those every day when I do end and sell similar. So the end and restart process is a strategy so that the search engine, both eBay and Google, can see your listing as a different item, therefore placing it higher in search. That is the objective. If you aren't changing anything on the listing, SEO, which stands for search engine optimization, is not as effective. If you're just ending 10 items a day and relisting them exactly the same way without any changes, your efforts may be wasted. It does take longer to go into each listing one by one and make changes, but the outcome is worth the time investment. So let's quickly go over some things you can change on the listing that help with SEO. First, change the order of the words in the title, or try using words that were not on the listing before. Maybe you have learned a new keyword, or you could go look at sold listings on Terapeak for ideas. Do something you haven't done before. Make it different. Next, change the gallery photo. You don't have to take new photos. You can use a different photo already on the listing, or use a photo program to change an existing photo. You can change the background color. You can rotate the item just a few degrees, or zoom in or out. And you can do that using the eBay photo editor, zooming in, and crop your photo in just a little bit closer if you have room. You might notice this on my listings. The gallery photo and the last photo are the same photo. I just edited it to make it look a little different. I changed the background color, I zoomed in or out, and rotated it just a few degrees. So I switch those out when refreshing a listing. I just alternate which one I use. So it's very easy to do. Okay, the third thing, change the price. Jiggle it up or down, even if only by $1 or a few cents. The objective is to make that number different. Change the weight. You can change the weight up or down an ounce, just make it different. However, watch for thresholds for oversize items so that you don't short yourself on shipping fees charged to the buyer, and that applies to calculated shipping. So if it's, 3 pounds and then you add an ounce, it'd be 3 pounds, 1 ounce, that may bump the shipping price up too high. So just pay attention to that. Okay, the fifth thing, review item specifics. eBay may have added more, so make sure you have filled out all that apply. And this is something I see on almost every listing I refresh is they've added more item specifics. So the more complete your listing is, the higher you're going to place in search. So it is time consuming, and clothing items have a lot of item specifics, but that's just an occupational hazard. It's just what we have to deal with. And the sixth thing is review promoted listings. If you didn't have promoted on there before, you might want to add it or change the percentage if you already have it on there. So just make it different. Okay, here is the complete list of tips for ending and restarting listings. You can pause the video here and take a screenshot if you want so that you will know these steps. And if you aren't doing these things when ending and restarting, I challenge you to try it. Only you can measure the effectiveness of this strategy. But in my experience, when I do this, items I've had for a long time magically sell. And it's usually within 2 weeks of ending and restarting the listing and making these changes. Okay, moving on to the results of my treasure hunting in February. Just a few items because I did list 86 new items and we definitely don't have time to go over all of them. This is a San Soleil, which is a brand I'd never heard of, Sun Protection UVF 50 athletic pullover. It was new with tags and just a fun pattern, and I feel like these sun protective clothing items are going to get more and more popular because we have an aging population with baby boomers who love to enjoy things outside, and with everyone being conscious of sun damage to their skin, I just feel like this type of clothing is going to be more and more available and popular. So I paid $4.75 for this and listed it at $49.97. This is a Paula Young wig that came with the box. The wig was not new, but having the box for anything is always a plus. And women who wear wigs like to store them in the original boxes. This was $7 and I have it priced at $59.97. This is a fun item. Buckler men's cycling jersey. I looked this up in the store and found out that it is kind of rare. I paid $3.56 for this and priced it at $59.97. And this is a brand I don't normally pick up unless it is heavily beaded or for a specific holiday. There has to be something special about it. The brand is Quacker Factory, and this is a beaded jacket. I paid $4 for this and have it priced at $49.97, and you would call this a statement jacket. And here is another one that was right next to it, $4, and I have this priced at $49.97. These are fun. Fila Skeletos barefoot hiking, running, water shoes, lots of different activities you could wear these for. They were $4.50, and I have them priced at $39.97. And this is one of my all-time favorite logos to look for, the Masters, which takes place in Augusta, Georgia. This one is from 2009. It was $1. It's in outstanding condition, and I have it priced at $39.97. And this was just a fun item I could not leave behind. Bubba Gump Shrimp Company baseball hat with Run Forest Run on the front with a shoe print. I just thought this was funny. It was $1, and I have it priced at $19.97. Somebody who runs will enjoy this, or maybe it will be part of a Halloween costume. Who knows? I just thought it was fun. Okay, we have made it to the end. I hope you learned something new. Thank you so much for sticking with me and watching this video. And I will see you next week with the $100 supersize sales, the video that is about you, the eBay community, and what you sold. Make it a great day on eBay. Bye.